Hi there, my name is Dr. Marissa May, and in this video, we're going to be talking about variables and expressions and combining like terms. So let's take a little bit of time to make sure we understand. A variable is simply a symbol that's used to represent numbers. Now, these symbols can be letters, they can be actual little emojis, they can be any kind of shape, but it is a character or a symbol that is replacing a number. When your instructions ask you to evaluate an expression, that simply means you want to replace the variable with a given value. So, in our examples for this part of the lesson, we want to let x be 3, y be -5, and z be -2. So, if we look at example number 1, we're going to replace that x with a 3, the z with a -2, and then we have a -5. Now that we've replaced the variables with numbers, we can simplify. So 3 plus -2 is +1, and +1 plus -5 would be -4. Let's do another one. Look at number 2. We're going to replace the -y with a +5. See, because we had -y and y was already -5, we replaced with a +5. And then we have -x. Well, since x is 3, that would be -3. Okay, inside the absolute value, we can calculate -20 plus 5 is -15. And -15 plus -3 would give me -18. And then we can take the absolute value of -18, which would be 18. Now, what about on number 3, when we have numbers being written beside the variable? That means multiply. So 6x means 6 times 3, since the x is 3. And 9y would be 9 times -5, since the y is -5. And then -2. Now remember here, we need to use our order of operations to simplify. So 6 times 3 is 18. 9 times -5 is -45. And then we simplify from there. So 18 plus -45 gives me -27. And -27 minus 2 gives me -29. Let's look at one more like this. Notice on the top of number 4, I have XYZ. Remember, that means multiply. So x is 3 times y is -5 times z is -2. And then on the bottom, z is -2 minus y, which is -5. Multiply on the top. 3 times -5 is -15 times -2 is +30. And then on the bottom, -2 minus -5, we add a line and change the sign of the next number. So that gives me a 3 on the top. We can finish up by doing 30 divided by 3, which is 10. So friends, in this, I think the big takeaway is when we evaluate an expression, we replace the variable with the number. And then don't forget your order of operations when you are simplifying. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, or subtract. All right, so let's take a look next at what like terms are. So like terms are terms that have the same variables, and those variables have the same powers. For instance, 3y and 4y would be like terms. -2x to the second and 5x to the second would be like terms. They have the same variable, and those variables have the same exponent. Things that are not like terms would be 3xy and 4x. See, they don't have the exact same variables. Also, -3x to the second and 6x are not like terms because they have the same variable, but they don't have the same exponents. All right, so in our example here, we're going to simplify the expression and then we'll evaluate like we did earlier in the lesson. So let's begin by simplifying. We'll collect the like terms. 7x minus x. I'm just going to reorder them here. Then I've got -y minus y and minus z plus z. Minus z plus z. All right, let's simplify. 7x minus x gives me 6x. Negative y minus y. So think of this as negative 1y plus negative 1y. That'll be minus 2y. And then negative z plus z, those are going to cancel. We won't have any z's in our term anymore. All right, let's then evaluate. We'll replace the x with a 2. So 6x now becomes 6 times 2 minus 2 times y, or 2 times negative 4. 6 times 2 is 12, and minus negative 8. Well, just like before, we add a line to the subtraction, change the sign of the next number, which gives me 20. All right, let's do number 2 here to finish up. Again, I'm going to reorder. So I've got 5x and 2x. I'll go ahead and mark them out just so I know I've dealt with them already. Then I've got negative 2xy and 3xy at the end there. Then I've got plus 4y minus 3y and minus z. Okay, so let's combine them together. So 5x plus 2x gives me 7x. Minus 2xy plus 3xy gives me plus xy. 4y minus 3y gives me y, and then minus z. All right, that's my simplified. Now let's go ahead and evaluate. So I'll put in 2 for x, so 7 times 2, plus 2 times negative 4, plus negative 4, minus 5. So 7 times 2 gives me 14. 2 times negative 4 gives me negative 8, plus negative 4, minus 5. So 14 plus negative 8 gives me 6. 6 plus negative 4 is 2. 2 minus 5 gives me negative 3 here. And that finishes up. So remember, combining like terms, got to look for the same variable and the same exponent. And then we also worked with evaluating by substituting values in for the variable and then using our order of operations to simplify. Hey friends, I hope this helps you as you're working through some of the concepts for this lesson. If you have questions, please leave them down below. Otherwise, I hope you have a great one. Bye for now.